Are you spending your summer just laying in bed, doom scrolling, feeling unmotivated, having all these ideas of new hobbies you want to try before the next semester, but you just find yourself curled up in bed, you just can't seem to do anything? It's okay, I'm here to get you out of your slump and into your type A era. I'm going to tell you exactly what I do to make the most out of my days and to have the most effective routine, and also how to feel inspired and want to get out of bed and actually start achieving your goals. So what does type A actually mean? Type A personalities describe someone who is incredibly organized. They have very strong time management skills. They also are very goal-oriented. Somebody who likes to meticulously plan out their day. Someone who maybe has written a whole list of goals they want to achieve. Someone who would do a mid-year goal re-evaluation, plans out their day to the minute. Usually type A personalities are described as being more ambitious. And so if you are finding yourselves in a slump this summer, I'm here to help you unlock your type A personality, come out of that slump and become more productive, especially if you're going back to school soon, starting a new semester at university or college, or starting a new job. If you're going to go out and achieve your goals, you must work on your morning routine. You have to start your days right. The first thing I do when I get out of bed is to go and wash my face with cold water. It makes me feel so energized and just clean and ready to start the day. I then brush my teeth, do the rest of my skincare prep. Already 10 minutes after waking up, I feel so much better. I feel clean, energized, ready to start the day. If you want to get out of a slump, the best thing is to just work on yourself. And then I like to do my hair and my makeup just so I feel more ready and prepared for the day. So your morning routine should be just doing anything that makes you feel good. After you've spent some time looking after yourself, spend some time on your workspace, whether that's your bedroom, your study, office space, wherever it is. Spend some time making it look tidy. For me, my workspace is my bedroom, so I always make sure I open my curtains so that in the natural sunlight. I make my bed so it looks tidy. I also like to spray some air freshener so it smells nice and fresh. It just makes it more of an appealing environment for me to actually work in. I also always like to declutter my desk. I find it gets so messy when I put lots of different things on it and I forget to put it away, and I just work best when I have minimal clutter on my desk. That's always the first thing I do before I even sit down to work. I take everything I don't need off my desk so it's out of sight, out of mind, and I don't get distracted. In your morning routine, you might want to make yourself a lovely drink on a morning as a nice treat. You might want to make yourself a matcha, coffee, anything that just helps you to romanticize your morning, puts you in a good mood and makes you feel ready to start the day. If you're enjoying this video so far, don't forget to subscribe. I also always take my vitamins first thing in the morning, normally after I eat breakfast, because then I always remember to take them on a full stomach. I just get the goodness from the vitamins first thing and the energy I need from them to make the most out of your day and actually feel like you're entering your type A era. The first thing you should do on a morning before you do any work at all is to make a to-do list. If you want to achieve your goals or finish a certain task, how can you do that if you haven't actually planned it out properly? The best way to do that is writing in your planner or a to-do list. I like to sit down and write every single thing I want to do that day. But don't just sit there and write huge things like write a 5,000 word essay. Actually break down what you're doing into small, manageable chunks, because you're going to feel unmotivated if you see something that could take you hours to do. Whereas if you break it down into simple steps, like do 3 readings for something, just make it seem a bit easier by breaking it down, then you're more likely to actually finish your task and spend less time on it, because you're more likely to actually tick it off your to-do list if you break it down more. Also, make sure you give yourself the right amount of time to do something. If something could take you 15 minutes, but you allow yourself an hour to do it, it will take an hour for you to do it. So make sure you're efficient with your time. I love to use the Pomodoro method. I have it in my productivity playlist. I always use a set timer, so I work in chunks. I either set myself a 60-minute timer for me to work for those 60 minutes and put maybe 3 to 4 tasks in that time, or I do the Pomodoro technique when it's 25 minutes, 5-minute break. Just do whatever works for you, your style of work, depending on what you have to do. I like to do that on a second screen, usually my phone, so then I can't go on my phone because the timer's there, and it just helps me actually get my tasks done and stay on track. After I've written my to-do list, I always check my emails next. I try to limit myself to only check them 1 to 2 times a day, normally on the morning and the afternoon. Otherwise I find it too addictive, which I know sounds a bit weird, but I often procrastinate by just opening and closing emails and reading them. If you're like me, just try to only open them once or twice a day if you're able to, and then it's out of the way and you can actually focus on doing your work or planning your goals, manifesting whatever it is you're doing to help you get out of that slump and become more type A. Depending on your day, you should try to allow some time for you to exercise at some point. It might be simply a walk around your neighborhood for 10 minutes on a morning, or you could maybe do a workout from home if you have the time, or even some stretches before bed. You might even have a gym membership as well and have a gym plan. If you do go on a walk, sometimes I find it nicer to not listen to any music or podcasts and just listen to nature, or sometimes I'm in the mood to listen to a podcast and that might be the only chance of the day that I have to listen to one. So just do what feels right in the moment, but sometimes it is nicer just to not listen to anything and just enjoy the walk, be alone with your own thoughts for half an hour. After completing my law exams, I really fell out of my fitness routine. It kind of fell apart. What I have done over summer is I used ChatGPT to help me create my own fitness plan. I inputted all of my fitness goals, exercises I like to do, and I also wrote the amount of time I like to work out. I only like to do short workouts for maybe 20 to 40 minutes and just get it done, and only for about 4 to 5 days a week. But because I haven't been working out very regularly, I also asked it to make me a gym plan that each week it would steadily increase the amount that I worked out. So use ChatGPT, it can be your friend, and you can use it to help you make your own fitness plan, whether that's from home or whether that's just remembering to go on a walk on a morning. Just anything you can do to move your body. I'm trying to focus on doing more full body exercises rather than isolating groups, because I want to focus on my overall fitness and health rather than in the past when I would only focus on working out certain areas. I want to try to actually improve my overall health this year. That's one of my goals. And then making yourself a balanced, healthy meal is the best way to really boost your energy levels and feel more productive. I'm a creature of habit. I normally just eat eggs and some sort of variation of vegetables on the side. Depending what's in the fridge as well, I might have leftovers. I love to cook myself a nice, healthy meal every day, whether that's for breakfast or lunch. And think of it as a way that you're treating yourself to have a lovely, healthy, balanced meal. And it will really boost your energy levels eating a meal like that with lots of protein and vegetables in it. What a better way to get on top of all of your tasks. You've spent the day making your to-do list, planning your day, looking after your body, mind. So how should you spend your night routine? I always try to wind down on an evening by having a night routine that I try to stick to every night. That's a way of telling my body that it's time to relax, get ready for bed and rest. Plus, it's a great way to decompress after working hard and being productive. The first thing I do is I like to shower on an evening so I feel nice and fresh for bed, and then do my skincare, brush my teeth, get completely ready for bed, take off my makeup. Once I'm in my room, I like to turn off all the lights and just have a mood lamp on, so it's preparing me for sleep because it's darker. I've gotten into a routine of journaling before bed. I have a memory journal that I use that I fill in every night, and it's just about a random memory from the day or what I've done. It's laid out so I can see what I was doing this time last year, so I always love to do that at the end of the day, and it's a way for me to think through and also read about what I was doing the year before. I also sometimes use this time to write my manifestation journal, and sometimes as well whilst I'm getting ready for bed I listen to some affirmations and repeat them before getting into bed. Just puts me in a positive mindset before going to sleep rather than overthinking small things that might have happened that day. I've also made a playlist that I'll link down below on my Spotify that I made for affirmations and certain frequencies to listen to, success affirmations, positivity, all that good stuff. And then finally, I like to keep my phone outside of my room whilst I'm sleeping. I just find it too tempting to go on it, so I just keep it outside of my room. That helps me to reduce my screen time. The last thing I do in my night routine is I like to read. I find it really relaxing to read before bed, and it's a reason for me to not be on my phone. It usually helps me have a good night's sleep, and then I'm ready for the next day. And that is it. That are all of the steps I take as a type A girl, how I keep my life organized, how I motivate myself to stay productive, keep on top of tasks, and also just how I try and find more joy in the day and make life more fun now that I'm a graduate. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like this video and subscribe. Comment this emoji if you watched all the way to the end, and I'll see you next week. I hope you have a lovely week. If you do try anything that I suggest for this video, I hope it goes well and you enjoy it. Bye.